What's up, everybody? Welcome back to trainingtheolderadult.com, our YouTube channel. I am Robert Linkle. Very happy to have you all here. If you enjoyed today's content, please subscribe, like, share, help us grow our community. We sure do appreciate it. All right, so let's dive into this. Quick story for you, a little bit of a background on how this whole thing kind of came about. Friday night, we're sitting around, family, we're having dinner, and hey, what are we going to watch on TV tonight? Oh, we heard about this new show on Hulu. So we hop on Hulu. As we're searching around for that show, I come across this show called Fit to Fat to Fit. Now, I know this has been around for a while. You can come on in. You're part of the story. Come on in. You're good. Photo bombing. I've seen this. I saw the main guy, I don't remember his name, but the main guy that did this originally, he's kind of like the host, I guess. They talk about him in the intro, and then he goes, and now I've got, all these other trainers that are, taking the challenge and doing this around the world. And so they introduce a trainer, and that trainer decides, okay, I'm going to participate in this, and I'm going to put on anywhere between 50 and 80 pounds, some of them, and I'm going to join my client in losing the weight. Because what they say in the opening line is that they don't know what it's like mentally to be fat. I'm going to use the words that they use in the show. So the show gets going. We watch the first episode. I'm a little aggravated with a couple parts of it, but for the most part, it's pretty gross to watch the trainer pack calories into their body and, eating all the gross foods and all this. And they all kind of have the same thing. The first 2 weeks, they love it. They're super excited to be eating all these terrible foods they don't normally get. Then they go into the phase where they're like, I don't know if I'm ever going to go back. Maybe I'll just stay fat and happy, as they say. And then after about 8 weeks, so they're halfway through, 2 months into the 4 months of weight gain that they have, they realize, yeah, this is really gross. I really don't feel good, but they're committed. And then by the end, they can't wait to start eating healthy again and to get back into shape. So it is very motivating. You see them connect with their client. Client feels good because someone is working out with them more than training them. So that's been kind of a unique perspective of it. And then, watching the reveal at the end when they both lose all their weight, and most of the trainers go above and beyond. They're in better shape than they were when they kind of started the whole thing. And the clients look fantastic, and overall a very positive show. However, there are a couple of things that kind of come up during this that are stereotypical type things that you see from personal trainers that really, really, really hurt the profession and hurt our brand and give people the wrong idea of what we do. And so I want to share with you this clip. Okay, this is the one, I think we've watched 4 episodes. This is the one that really stuck with me here. All right.
Push. It's all right. Get up. Finish it off. Go. Push. Plant it. Jumping jacks. Go. Dude, I'm fine. You're good. Come on. Focus on it. 10, 12. You can use it after. Go. Push it. Jack, you're slowing down. Go. Come on. Bring it home. Push. We're almost done, buddy. Get the last jumping jack. Turn around. Come on. Don't stop. Don't put it. Go. Last one. Go. I'll know that I went too far as if he starts to regurgitate. I'll probably slow down a little bit. I also check his heart and monitor his heart pulse to make sure that he's not exceeding anything over 180 beats per minute. Get it out, dude. Think of greasy t-shirt. Don't lay in it. Come on. Get it all out. Get all that back out. There you go. Get it all out. Good job. You're going to make your body change. Jeff popped. He just got a reality check. He realized how out of shape he is. Couldn't control it. Still want that lunch?
Just let me be for a second, please.
This is going to be a challenge a lot harder than he thought it was going to be. Mission accomplished. Welcome to Getting Fit. It's out with the bad, in with the good. So you're not going to eat no more, right? Exactly. Remember this moment.
Mission accomplished, he says. Get the mic back in there. Is that, number one, do you think that guy needed to be reminded Do you think he didn't know he's out of shape? He knows it. He's on the fucking show. Number one, that's the point of the show. He knows this. He didn't need a reality check. He came to you for help, right? There's a part of me that's like, okay, maybe people are hamming this up for TV. They're trying to make it interesting. What are the producers saying? I've never done any TV like that, so I don't know. But the other side of this is you're taking someone who's extremely out of shape, who knows they're extremely out of shape. You're putting them through something that is so difficult. Like, let's pick the hardest thing we could possibly think of. Sprinting in the sand. I mean, if it was uphill, would be about the only harder thing. It's hot, they're in the sand. He's having them do sprints. He's having them do line drills, okay, in the sand. The guy's legs are cramping. You can tell he can't really function. He hasn't done anything at this at a high level. And during the active recovery, he's making them do jumping jacks to the point until he pops, and then he's happy. He's happy about it, right? Oh, he just got a reality check. You know, I'll know when I push him too far, that's when he'll throw up. So now this individual who does not have a healthy relationship with exercise, does not have a healthy relationship with trainers, I would assume, because he says earlier he's tried this before and it hasn't worked, now has been embarrassed on television, does not feel encouraged. You can see guys trying to hand him the water, and he's still talking crap to him while he's handing him the water. Do you want some cheeseburgers or whatever he says to him? And the guy goes, you need to give me a minute. If you can read the room a little bit, client is not happy with his trainer. That was not cool. That was not a good way to do this. And now he leaves embarrassed, unhappy, miserable, not feeling good. This could have been done in such a better way, to where he left day one going, I just worked really hard. I connected with my trainer. I feel pretty good actually, but you know, I worked hard. And that's the beauty of this profession, is finding where that red line is and not exceeding it. Like that whole saying, know your limits and exceed them, bullshit. That's what the limit is for. The limit is for you to not exceed it, because you're going to throw up or you're going to get hurt. So we train, we establish a new limit, and you train to that. That's how progression is done. That's how overload is implemented into this profession. So regular folks watching this show, they're out of shape, they're not fit, they know they need to get it. They watch that and they go, that looks terrible. That's what a trainer is going to do to me. They're going to make me go to the beach, they're going to make me run until I throw up, okay? Now, if you're watching that looking for motivation, I would guess most people saw that part and went, right? And I mean, let's find something else because this isn't speaking to me. As opposed to some of the others that we saw, right? There was another guy on there named Adonis that was, I think, in the 3rd episode. Again, I think there's like 3 seasons of this, and we're in the first 4 episodes of season 1. So it'll get better. But this one really, it really got me. Like he goes, you should do a video on this. And she looked over, I had my camera up already. Like I was ahead of it, right? It spoke to me immediately of why so many people are turned off by the idea of working with a trainer, and or if they have an extreme amount of body fat to lose, right? This is a life-altering experience. It needs to be done with someone you can connect with, not someone that's going to embarrass you until you puke on the beach in front of everybody. It's hurtful to our profession. It's hurtful to the people you're working with, and it doesn't really motivate other people very well at all. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I've done some videos like this on The Biggest Loser in the past, and I've never been a huge fan of how that show conducts the process either. Like giving people the impression that they're supposed to lose 30 to 40 pounds in their first 7 days of starting a new fitness program. And if they don't continue to do that, they're a huge failure. You know, there's a lot of that goes into this. And there's not a whole lot on the mentality side of teaching people that you're going to have ebbs and flows going through this process. You're going to have weeks where you do better and weeks where you don't. And it took you years, if not a decade or more, to put all this weight on. To think you're just going to drop it all off in 2 months and look beautiful and be perfect is ridiculous. This is going to take a while. It's going to take some time. And yeah, they give them 4 months, but they just pack all this television into like the first 2 weeks because it is dramatic and the person's, you know, being introduced into this for the very first time. But things to think about. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think, what your feelings are back on it when you saw that clip. What did you think? And if you disagree or agree with me, let me know. I'd love to hear it. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for being here. Much love to all of you. We appreciate you and all the support that you give us. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.